This is the first requested video by one of the comments by Fahad69618 on one of my Instagram posts. Hey, it's Muffin. Today I'll be going through my scale model of the Going Merry from One Piece. This version of the ship has been built as per the drawings to scale, a 1-to-1 replica, and it covers the entirety of the ship. And it appears small, but it only goes to show what Luffy and his crew actually travelled on across the Grand Line. If you enjoy these types of builds, or you would like to see your own be done in the future, please like and subscribe and comment so I know what to build next. Minor spoilers going forward, but the Going Merry was the ship that the crew set out with from Usopp's Island, and I tried rebuilding that on a 1-to-1 scale based on drawings that I could find online. In this build I tried to go into as much depth and detail as I could, with the cannon at the front being snuck in there, with the navigator's area as well as a second floor, and a crew's quarters down below. I think it just goes to show how cramped they were living, especially going out to sea for months. The ship is quite cute and cozy, but with it being so small, it was a big challenge on finding the right blocks to give the shape and give that image of the Going Merry. The Going Merry being so small is quite a challenging build to make. In particular these sails, for example, how if you use full wool blocks instead, it'll add too much weight at the top. I wanted to make this build as genuine as possible, and so rather than upscaling the size of the ship so that I may add more detail by the use of full blocks, I chose to challenge myself by using fence gates and slabs and a whole bunch of other types of blocks that I don't commonly use, to give that image of the Going Merry without having to make it bigger than it actually is. One of these examples of having to adapt is the small opening for the cannon and how it has this white trim around it. So I used those banners to act as the face rather than using full blocks. Now the water level is marked by this use of spruce blocks. On top of the fence blocks, I used slabs to kind of add some kind of definition and also just give a very distinct layer to the build. And I wanted to add another thin layer for the railings by using the carpets. Some dimensions for the build. It is 11 meters tall and 13 meters wide, and I wanted to capture that smallness in this build. So yeah, you can see me going back and forth a lot, trying to figure out how to make those goat horns. The centre mast rises to 11 meters. Until making this build, I never realised how small the Going Merry is. When I was going to make the cabin's crew in the middle, initially I tried going with full oak blocks, but the challenge was that if I used oak woods or whichever woods to make the centre building, it would result in it only being a 1x1 square opening. So instead, I used spruce trapdoors to act as the walls without having to actually limit myself in the available space. The cabin crew isn't to scale as per drawings. It was more so me just trying to cram in as much beds within the available space. Using World Edit, it's such an easy way of adding variation to your builds, just by swapping out blocks for similar looking blocks. The crow's nest doesn't sit that high, and nor are the masts that high either. But yeah, after a little bit of building on the side, I was able to add the sails and add some smaller details to the build. And I'm quite happy with how it turns out. I think I got the shape quite well. I was limited by the size to capture full details. If you did enjoy the video, please do like, comment for future suggestions and subscribe if you're interested. And most importantly, have a good day.